All right, recording.
All right. And now, introduction in 3, 2, 1. Hello, hello. Welcome to the Thoughts on Why podcast where we discuss every 3, 2, 1. Hello, hello. Welcome to the Thoughts on Why podcast where we discuss everything Yaoi and Y-sao, all things boys love in this big.
Hey, I'm your host, Jay.
Hey, I'm your host, Slay. And today we are going to dive right into TharnType the series, directed by T, adapted from the novel from author Mame. TharnType follows the story of two college freshmen, one an out gay male while the other shows disdain for the LGBT community. We see as their story unfolds a journey of self-reflection and healing between the two as both boys have scars that run deep. So, Jay, we saw episode 13. This is our first podcast. We've got a lot to dive into because a lot of shit has happened.
Yes, ma'am.
So, we have seen Together With Me the series. We have seen Bad Romance. We have seen Make It Right. We have seen Lovesick. We can go on and on. But how? How did this storyline, one, garner so much attention? And how is it different from, let's say, the storyline in Together With Me?
I think it garnered so much attention probably because the chemistry, not only between Mew and Golf, but between the whole cast, was just phenomenal. The cast in Mame was phenomenal. And I think it's different because it makes you think, like, it makes you question yourself, like, do I really think this is okay? Is this not okay? Like, do I like them? Do I not like them? Like, I think that was really the biggest thing that was attractive about the series.
Yeah, because I didn't even really, like, follow anything, like, you know, promotion wise. Like, I just knew that Mew was gonna be in it. I heard about Golf. It's kind of like a thing that I do. Like, I don't really follow promotion because I need the acting to speak for itself. And honestly, the acting spoke for itself in a very loud way.
And it was like the least anticipated BL of 2019. And it ended up being the biggest BL of 2019.
Exactly. And I feel like it's because the acting from all points, just from every actor, it's like they were taking direction. You know, they were listening. You know, I feel like they knew like that they had to give it their all, and I feel like they delivered, which is amazing. And, you know, and it was sexy. It was romantic. It was heartbreaking.
It was freaking hilarious.
Yes, it was triggering. It gave you everything. You were going through the motions and the emotions of every single thing. Like, I felt like Together With Me did that, but I also feel like Bad Romance did that. Like,
yes.
It sent you through the motions. It had you rooting for people. It had you doing this, had you doing that. And I feel like TharnType did the same thing. Because, I mean, like, right now, Until We Meet Again, you know, which is the second podcast we're going to do, so we're not going to get too deep into it. But, so again, Until We Meet Again, also, it gauges your attention. It tells you, look for these things, you know, like, you want this to happen and you want that to happen, you know, you want the best for this person, you know, like, it works. But for TharnType, I think it sent you on an adult roller coaster that we have not seen in a while since, again, Bad Romance and Together With Me.
Right, because you definitely have to think about your own moral value and like your own moral compass. Like, what would you do if you knew people that did this or thought this? What would you do if you were in that situation? Like, could you be this person? Could you not be this person? And I was really shocked and surprised that I even liked the show, because I'm telling you, I only watched it for 3 reasons. It was the prequel to LBC, Love by Chance, and Mew was in it, and Mild was in it. Like, that's the only 2 people I knew out of the whole cast. And those are the only 2 reasons I watched the show.
Yeah, I watched it. I think I watched the show for those reasons, because it was the prequel to Love by Chance, and because of Mew. Mm-hmm. But I think I watched it because, although I didn't like see the promotion and stuff, I came across the storyline, what it was about, and I was kind of curious of how they were going to film this, like how they were going to act this out. Like, I was like, okay, this is not what Love by Chance was, like Love by Chance had topics, but the heavy topics clearly are in TharnType.
Right.
So it's like, how are you going to do that? Are you gonna completely erase them? Are you gonna try to make them comedic? Because then you would have lost me, of course. I would have been like, okay, well, screw this. I'm not watching this. It's not funny. What you're talking about isn't funny. What you're doing isn't funny. But they didn't. Like, they made you sit there and have to think. They made you sit there and have to think within yourself.
Exactly.
Which, again, applause and freaking kudos to the director, to Pimame. Like, kudos to them for saying, let's make this. And let's give it our all. And let's see what the masses think.
Right.
It was an up in the air. This was an up in the air series, and guess what? It had a great landing. Good on you, TharnType.
It did, because there were so many episodes, like, throughout the entire series. At any point in time, something could have pissed you off or triggered you enough to where you just stopped.
Exactly. Like, you don't understand. First episode, I was like, I'm leaving. Like, I'm not with this party. Like, they were here doing orgies. That's how uncomfortable I was with the first episode. It was like if you walk into a freaking orgy and you're just like, what the hell? What the hell is going on? Nah, I'm not doing this. I gotta go. Like, that's how it was. Like, that first episode, like, I had to sit back and I was like, alright, so next Monday is a new episode. Do I want to sit through another episode of this? And, like, again, glad I did. And glad that, like, I wasn't not going to watch it at all, but I was going to let the series finish.
Right.
Sit down and binge watch it. And then either regret not watching it when it should have been watched, or being like, good thing I binge watched it because I wasn't trying to waste an hour every Monday on something I clearly don't like.
Right.
So
I guess for me it's like, it's this storyline again. Okay, well, let's see if it pick up. Like, I'm kind of done with, like, this is how we get together. I'm kind of over it. But as, like, thankfully it got better. I really think for the first, like, few episodes, I really watched only for Mild. Like, because Mild is my baby.
You and freaking Chelsea, unbelievable. Which, by the way, if we're gonna plug people, especially if we're gonna say their names, there's a YouTuber, Chelsea is Obsessed. We'll put her link in the description. Go watch her. She is just as much of a freaking Mild fan as Miss Jessica here, and I would like to see both of you in a cage, UFC style.
I mean, I'm not gonna fight over Mild. I think Chelsea has, a little bit over me. It's okay though. I ship it hard. I'm all here for Mild and Chelsea. If there's a TharnType US fan meet and I see Chelsea there, I will push Chelsea towards Mild. Even if she faints, I'll just pick her up and throw her at him. Like, it's totally cool.
Nah, like I'm going to like straight up have like the only sign that's lit up with an arrow that says Mile, look this way, someone really loves you. And it's just gonna be pointing down at Chelsea. I'm gonna make sure it's like hella bright, like it's the only sign that's super obnoxious. And I'm just gonna be all smiles, and she's gonna be like, "What are you doing?" And I'm gonna be like, "I'm helping you.
Like,
I'm doing God's work."
I just want to fangirl over Mild. Like, I've watched Mild since Love's Coming, like 2014. Yeah, 2014. I think that was his first movie, and I've loved him ever since. And even though he's no longer like doing lead roles, I still love him. He's just hilarious, and he's cute, and he's small, and I just want to hug him and pick him up and go mwah. Like, but
he is. You're right. You're honestly right. He's very adorable. Like that was the first time I ever saw Mild as well. Which was in Love's Coming, and I was just like, oh my god, he's so cute. He's you know. He didn't catch my attention. Like, I didn't like continue to follow up on anything he did.
Right.
But I did enjoy him in Love's Coming. But I really enjoyed him in TharnType. Like,
yeah.
I'm sorry, but if they were to tell me that they decided to put Mild as Techno in Love by Chance 2, as much as I don't want the storyline, as much as I don't want freaking Ken Claw and him, I don't want the storyline. I don't want it at all. I would be more enthralled to watch Love by Chance 2 if they put Techno as Mild.
I agree. One, because as much as I like the entire Love by Chance cast, I really enjoy Techno.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
I like Techno better. I like the Champ better. Like
I feel like
I like them better. Like, Techno, Mild is more funny as Techno.
Yes, exactly. I feel like there's more comedy there. Like, Gunn gives me like heartthrob that he should be either a bad boy or a lead crush or something. He does not give me comedy.
He doesn't give me comedy. He doesn't give me that clumsiness, that, you know, that helplessness, that like how are you an athlete? How are you a jock when you're this dorky? Like, he doesn't give me that. So I prefer Mild, and I will be honest, like, for the first like 4 or 5 episodes of TharnType, I feel like Mild carried the story for me, because I just didn't care. I'm not gonna lie, Type annoyed me. Tarn annoyed me. I think I watched the first couple episodes for Techno, PCO, P-Chloe. Like, I watched it for that.
Yeah. I feel like Mile, like if Mile hadn't played Techno and had given everything he had given to the character, nothing would have been pieced together, you know? If he was like a monotone actor, if he didn't have what he had, it would have been like, okay. But here's like my question that's gonna get us into so much trouble as we talk about the negatives of this series.
So you just want to get me like anti-fans?
Yeah, I want to get us whole in trouble. But listen, as great as the show were, there were things in TharnType that didn't need to be in TharnType. Okay, so let's just freaking get into it. Like, it's still popular, you know. But what could have lost that following? Like, if people really disliked something, what are the things in there? Honestly, that
it was creepy. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of parts that are just kind of like, that's weird. All of Pisan was weird to me. Like, he just seemed pedophilic. Like, bruh, stop talking about how cute Tarn was, like how little he was. Like, he's a whole big ass dude. He's like 180 centimeters. Like, he's not little.
Yeah, like that was something that when like they introduced Pisan and they were going with this whole wanting to talk about how he took his virginity, and I was like, we didn't need to know that. I mean, like, you know, everybody's like, yeah, but Pisan is what made Type express his feelings. Yeah, we could have went another way.
I mean, we could have explained it, like, he could have told the story and we could have been, like, done. Like, I didn't need to ever meet Pisan. I didn't need to see him. Like, a lot of people were like, I love Pisan. And I'm over here, like, giving the same faces to Pisan P-Torn did. Like, bruh.
Yeah, that's a freaking fact. Like, I was like, you know, like, you know, because even when he had that conversation with P-Torn, he's like, oh, but he was so cute and little, I had to make my move. No, you didn't.
Right, and a lot of people were like, P-Torn didn't do anything. First of all, it already happened. Second of all, we don't know what happened after P-Torn found out. And third of all, we can all tell P-Torn really was not with it. Like, he was like, bruh, quit it. Like, I don't care how big he is. I don't care how old he is. He my little brother. I'm about to fight you. You lucky I got this drink in my hand.
Listen. I know that from the book. I know that he whooped P-San's ass. You had sex with my little brother in the music room. I know for a fact he whooped his ass. Like, in the show, they're like, you lucky you let me hit you. But in the book, they say that he whooped his ass.
As he should.
Like I would have loved if you wanted to give me a flashback of that. And
that'd be the best flashback. Out of all the flashbacks they could have gave, out of all the flashbacks they did give, they didn't get an important one. Because everybody kept acting like P-Torn was a bitch. And I promise you, like, his face said he was about to whoop his ass again.
Yeah, once he walked into the house for their birthday.
Right.
Like, freaking P-Torn was like, you don't know how to knock?
Why
you don't know how to be a normal human?
Like, you've been using the same lie all these years. Like, you didn't happen upon my house. You didn't just remember what day it is. I'm sure you got a notification on your phone set up. Like, quit playing.
Exactly. Like, this is like a hard fact. Like, that's like that was something. What else that I didn't need again was the whole having a woman needing to figure out that he wants to be with Tarn. You told a man that you wanted to have sex with him. Yes, you said that you wanted to have sex with him because you didn't want to owe him. Bro, give him money. Do his homework for a couple of months.
Right, I'm trying to figure out, we paying back debts this way? Because I know some fine dudes and they owe me something.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that was so, like, I sat there and I'm just like, I had to find it hilarious because I did not want to be upset. Because for me, even if, like, he had told Techno, like, if he had confined to Techno, like, yeah, I had sex with Tarn because, like, I've been doing all these things to him. As a friend, he would have said that to me, and I would have been like, let me get this straight. Whoa. Cut the mic. Cut the cameras. Cut everything. You slept with your roommate because you owed your roommate for your roommate being kind. And that is supposed to make sense in what universe?
Because it wasn't even like he was paying him back for something big. He took care of you when you were sick. Like, buy him a meal.
Exactly. Get him some concert tickets. Find out what he likes. Like, why are you sitting here telling me that you just don't want to owe him? Like,
and for me, I will say I wasn't as upset over the Fa situation. Like, I get it, and probably because I know people that went through this where they were confused and they thought they were straight, so, like, they went and dated a girl and then they realized they weren't straight, or they dated a girl to see if they really were straight. Like, I wasn't that upset over it.
Yeah, but Type was being a selfish piece of shit at that point, because Type was like, I'm gonna have sex with you and I'm gonna have sex with her and there's nothing you can do about it. That's why that shit annoyed me.
That annoyed me. That did annoy me. And it annoyed me for the simple fact, like, you screwing over Tarn, like, a whole move, but it's also like, Fa don't know nothing about this. Like, she got screwed entirely.
Exactly, and that was the thing that, again, upset me with that as well. Like, how did you sit there and you're doing all this stuff? Like, he became a fuckboy, and I wasn't with it. I wasn't with the fuckboy attitude. Okay, I wasn't with it. No, it wasn't cute to me. If you want to sit there and tell Tarn, like, listen, I need to take a step back because I feel like I like this girl, maybe I like this girl, I don't know, but I want to figure this out, that I would have been for that. I would have been like, heck yeah. But no, you were like, I'm gonna screw you, and
I'm gonna date her.
Yeah, and if I screw her, there's nothing you can do about it. Like, yeah, there's something I can do about it. I guess I'm having sex with you.
Right.
What are you talking about? What do you mean?
I mean, in this situation is probably in the show where I feel like Type deserved the ass whipping the most. Like, he deserved the ass whipping from all parties. He deserved the ass whipping from Fa's friend,
from
Tarn, from Champ. Like, I felt so bad for Champ, because Champ, like, yeah, bruh, like, you could have said something. But then he got his homegirl over here that got a crush on him, like, this not okay. And he's like, well, that's their business. And he just, like, stuck. Like,
oh my god, when he was just like, he's like, what do you want me to do about it? I would have been like, did you hit your friend? Did you do anything to your friend? Oh, bro code, cool. Okay, I understand. Like, it was just, I just knew. Well, I'm gonna go back into not the type into golf. I'm gonna give again kudos, and please give this boy another series with Mew, without Mew, just a one-man show. I don't care, because his facial expressions gave life to the character. That although he kept with this, I owe you, I this, I that, he gave the character the, I know why I'm actually doing this, because I'm curious. Like, he gave that facial expression, and that came from the actor. And that's why I had to find it funny, and I found it funny, because I had to be like, wow, this boy, no, he just wants to have sex with him. And the actor gave that. The actor gave that through his facial expressions. Because if he wouldn't have, then I would have been like,
Golf is very expressive with his face.
Yeah, he is. He really is. Because, like, with any scene he did, he was telling the story without even saying anything.
Yeah, and I will say, like, I realized, like, facially, like, he gave great expression during the shower scene.
Yes.
Because even though there's supposed to be inner thoughts playing, like, and we didn't hear them, you could see his emotions go through his face.
Exactly. That one for me was like the A plus, because after the first episode and the whole conversation started, then you get this scene, and so now you don't know what to do.
Right.
But, you know, you have to see his facial expressions. You have to understand that now he's exploring within himself, and he's trying to heal himself, and he's trying to break down his own wall, and he's trying to he sees that there's gentleness and kindness, and like, Tarn doesn't know the story. Tarn doesn't know his history. So Tarn is trying to be seductive, and Tarn is trying to do whatever the case may be. And so now Type is like, well, maybe he won't hurt me like my attacker hurt me.
Right.
And he didn't. So now Type is on this journey of, wow, I like how he makes me feel type situation. And then he kind of used the whole, you know, I like,
payback.
Yeah, like, I owe you, but it's like, but I'm doing this for me.
Right.
Because I need to figure me out.
Right.
And
I think that's another thing that some viewers, especially, like, so you've read the whole book. I read the first like 8 chapters that were translated. I didn't read
Mm-hmm.
anything else because I can't read Thai. And as hard as I tried with my limited knowledge of Chinese characters, I tried really hard to read the Chinese translation and gave myself a migraine. Couldn't do it.
Oh, don't worry. It was a journey reading TharnType and Thai. Okay, like don't sit there and think that I was just like reading that like a regular old English fucking novel. I wasn't. But
so, like with all the people, there's people like in the novel. As much as I read most of the novels of shows that were adapted from the novels, and I love it, I couldn't. So like I'm watching TharnType as just a show.
Yeah.
Like, just a show. And
okay, well mind you, I started reading TharnType because of episode 1.
Oh, okay. But
because
like, for me, it's like I think a lot of people got mad at Tarn because we knew the backstory of the show. Like, because Type was assaulted, and they're like, oh my god, he's doing this after he's been assaulted. But I'm like, but Tarn himself at this point don't know. Like, I'm just his roommate that he's been an a-hole to, so you know what? I'm being petty. And then after being petty, oh, I like him. So let me try to get in his head. But not even that.
Like, he liked him before that.
Right, but I'm just like, saying.
It's expressed like that. Like, he just had, he just found fucking Type cute. But my thing is that you just don't go about getting back at somebody in that sense. And that's
I get that part. But I think, like, as it progressed, like, even when we got to the shower episode, like, people are still like, oh my god, he's doing all of this to Type. Like, Type was assaulted. But Tarn doesn't know.
Yeah, but see, but that one there, that one, it all paved the way. Like, Type was already, like, looking at Tarn, like, why am I looking at Tarn this way? So, that was already happening. So, the shower scene is now a boy likes a boy, and again, he's in the shower. I know the fucking floor is wet. I know Type is not that damn weak. He easily, at any point in time, could have pushed Tarn away.
Right.
Like, physically push him. Not just say, oh my god, what are you doing? But, like, physically push away. He got curious. So, he let it happen. But I assure you, if he would have either broken down, cried, started shaking, had another panic attack, anything, I would have been done with the show. I would have been done with the show. I would have been like, no, but again, for me, since he told Tarn what happened, and then you saw Tarn feel so bad, so bad, and and it's like when he said he was sorry, that's what he was saying he was sorry for.
Right.
He was saying he was sorry for what he did in the shower, what he did to you
when he walked
bed.
into the room, right?
Yes, when he gave you the hickeys, that's what he was saying sorry for. He cried. He felt bad. Like, you can't sit there and and tell me it's bad unless, like I said, Type would have actually had shut down and had let that happen because he shut down.
Right.
Because he was that scared. Because he was just going right back. But he wasn't. He was like, I want to see what his mouth does because he says he's good at it. That's what he did. That's literally what he fucking did. He was like, he said he's not good at just talking.
Right.
Prove it.
Right. And I think a lot of people forget, like, it's two, like, 18-year-old kids in college.
Yeah.
Living away from home for the first time. Like, you get curious. You want to know. Like, bruh. It happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if we took out all the toxic shit from before that issue, like, it would have been like any other college experience.
Pretty much, yeah, and exactly. And if Type wouldn't have had the sexual assault happen to him, and that whole scenario would have happened, it would have just been a dude who says he's straight. It would have been the quintessential boys' love. One dude says he's straight, one is obviously gay. This one is like, oh my god, what are you doing? But then lowers the other one down.
Right.
and
Or
says, do
it's
what
like,
you gotta do.
or it's like, you know what? I only like you.
Exactly, exactly. This one gave you more. This one had a whole homophobic person who was vocal about it, which, you know, that was the other thing that I didn't like. Very vocal about it. And it took someone to show him love and affection and attention and kind, you know, everything.
Right.
To change his mind. And again, he, you know, he's never gonna, of course, he's like, he says it, and I like that he's always honest about, like, I'm still not over my bias towards it.
Right.
But I am in love with the man.
Right.
Like, let's just call it what it is. But enough with the negatives before the pitchforks and the knives come out. What, the positives, because there were so, like, there were, like, positives, like, to TharnType. Let's get into some of them, shall we?
There was a lot of positive.
Let's get into some of them, shall we? Like, one, the chemistry.
The chemistry was amazing. Overall.
And yeah, not only with MewGulf, but with all the actors. Generally felt that after every filming, they were all going out for pizza. Like, honestly.
Right. They all seemed like, you know, homeboys.
Yes. Like, I didn't feel like they were just doing their job. Like, I felt like we were seeing the friendship come onto screen.
Right.
And, like, that they were all cool. And it was just, you know, so the chemistry, like, off the water was amazing with every single cast. But of course, MewGulf's chemistry,
yes,
is, for me, at least now, in this chunk of boys' love, is unprecedented. Like, no, like, I can't look at anybody else and go, it's their chemistry. No, this chemistry is something else, something new, something extraordinary. Okay, for this chunk, okay, we're not going back in the times, we're going this chunk. Right. Their chemistry, like, they made you want to be in love.
They did, and they still do it, and it's too much. And, like, at this point, like, leave me alone.
Like, they make you feel, like, just point blank. In TharnType, they made you feel, especially once they got into their love story and they got into that, it was like, aw. Man.
It was awe. I will say that.
Yeah.
It was awe, but it was also like, bruh. I think for me, like, as much as I love their love story, like, at certain points, like, Type was a bit much. Like, I just wanted to yell at him. Like, he was never really in a real relationship, but I'm just like, stop thinking. Just let it go. Like, let it happen. Why are you always thinking? Shut up. Like, make your thoughts shut up. But, I do like their love story, but for me, I think chemistry-wise, I'm going to have to go back to my baby. I like Champ and No.
Oh, no, yeah, no, their chemistry was off the freaking chain, too. Like, they made me believe something was going to happen when I knew nothing was going to happen. And I was just, like, rooting for something that was never going to be. Like, I was sitting there watching them, and I was like, oh my god, are they going to make them a thing? Did they, like, do something? And, like, we find out that they were kind of like a couple themselves in TharnType. Like, did they want to feel something out themselves, and we're gonna see that? And then, like, it never happened, and I was just like, well, why would you give us this? It's like, why would you give us this imagination and do nothing with it?
Epic ghost ship
I've ever seen in my life. Oh my god, if that would have happened, they would have been just as big as MewGulf right now.
You know what? I let it go. I let my ghost ship go for a little bit, and then I watched episode 13, and I was like, it's right back.
Yeah, no, I never let that shit go. I'm never letting that go. That's just never going away. I don't care. It's never going away. Since it doesn't exist, it doesn't need to go away now, does it?
I just want, like, I know MewGulf have, like, their calendar. I want a calendar for Champ now. I'd actually buy it.
That would be so cute. I would too. I would have 2 calendars. It would be like, why do you have 2 different calendars of the same year? So they have 2 different flavors. Do you see the flavors? 2 different. Like,
one sweet, one spicy. Like,
exactly. Like, come on. And I don't have just one room. I have several.
I need a calendar for my living room. I need a calendar for my bedroom. Like, look, if everybody makes one, if Tom and Tar want to make one, I'll buy that calendar too.
Oh yeah, that they are so cute together as well.
And you could give me the original Tom and Tar, or you can give me this one. I'll buy both calendars.
You can give me everything. I don't care. Like I said, I have several rooms. Like right now, literally. In like my home, I have several calendars in different places for no reason.
None.
How many times do I need to know the damn date? But I know it. I can turn my head and there they are. So what would stop me from buying different calendars?
Just saying, like, I will say, like, a positive for me is I kind of crushed on Tar for TharnType, like, Love by Chance. As much as I love Cool Heart, I didn't crush on him. Because, you know, he's more of a diva. And,
of course.
I just want to be best friends with him. But
facts.
This Tar, first of all, why are you so buff? And then in the middle of the show, you want to
that threw me off. That always threw me off because I felt so bad and I just wanted to hug him and take him to therapy and everything. But I was like, but why do you look like you could have taken all 3 of them?
Like, and then you realize that if you hugged him and like he was really emotional and he hugged you back, he'd probably break your spine.
Exactly. But you know, like it was a lot because I was like I know why they couldn't take him, because like he couldn't take them because they had drugged him, but I was just like in general.
Right. And then in the middle of the series, you had the nerve to post those pictures on social media of you just wet with no shirt. Like, if you don't stop, bruh.
Yeah.
Y'all have the nerve to act like Type could beat him up. Like Golf can't beat him up. Like, stop lying. Stop lying.
Like, come on now. But you know what else was like a positive for me was the acting between.
Yeah.
That scene where he has that panic attack in the shower, and his brother just finds him, and it felt so real. It like. I was like, say cut, he's panicking. Like, I was like, he can't breathe.
You feel bad for Tom because you could tell, like, he doesn't know what to do. Like, oh my
exactly.
God, how do I fix this? Like, do I let him go and get my phone and call 911? Like, what do I do?
Yes, like, I was like panicking with them. I was like, I can't be panicking. I have anxiety. I can't go through it with them because there's no one here to save me. So I gotta calm myself down. Because I'm panicking with him. Like, he gave a epic performance. Again, these boys were giving Oscar-worthy, Emmy-worthy performances.
And I will say, like, I wasn't very triggered by much. That's just my personality. Like, even if I can tell it's emotional, I'm like, oh yeah, that's emotional. I see it. I get it. But I don't care. Like, his panic attack was one of the few things that, like, seriously triggered me. And I was like, bruh, can somebody, like, did people applaud for him after? Like, he deserved something.
I hope they did. I hope that happened. I hope that was a freaking thing, because, like, you sit there and you give that much to a role.
And
Like,
all the boys like did amazing to me because one, y'all all still in school. Like he's a dang med student. Like, bruh, you have a lot of work and you're memorizing lines. Like,
exactly, that's another thing. Like, and I think that helped him so much being a med student, because
right,
he was able to know, like,
right,
how I'm supposed to feel, act, look. I understand it. I can get into this person's psyche and I can deliver this role. And that is amazing that they chose him as a med student to play someone that has severe depression and PTSD. And I actually liked that he when he had reacted, he had did the reaction, and he had explained that what he has is PTSD, and it just
right,
brings on the onset of depression and anxiety. But his main diagnosis is PTSD.
right,
Like, and I was like, that's like amazing. That's amazing that someone can do that. That someone can dissect that.
right.
You know, like as an actor, like that's freaking amazing. But that was positive, and like just the scenes, the love scenes, like we're gonna give kudos to those because again, they felt intrusive. We're gonna get another plug in there. Alex from Alex and Rosie, again, link will be down below. He literally said it. It feels intrusive, and it did in the best sense because we weren't gonna look away, but it felt like you literally was like, all right, I'm gonna leave the room. I'm gonna let y'all do what y'all gotta do. I guess I forgot I was here.
Right.
That's okay. But I'm gonna go. Because they, again, chemistry through the roof. And they delivered on every scene. It didn't seem stiff. It didn't seem uncomfortable. It was just like, it was like if they opened their window, opened their curtain, you happen to walk past, and you're like, oh snap, look, they doing stuff. Whoa, they doing stuff. Whoa, they're doing stuff. And you're just like, whoa, what do I do?
Right.
What do I do? Someone tell me what to do. And you're like, should I stay? Should I go? Should I watch? Is this wrong? I shouldn't watch. This is very voyeur. You know what? I'm gonna watch and not tell anybody I watched it. That's how you felt as you freaking watched their scenes. You were just like, if no one knows I watched it, I won't feel bad. But it's like, they delivered.
I mean, you know, I'm different because I wasn't like, oh my god. I was like, oh my god. Like, I don't have a problem being a voyeur. Like, I'd be voyeuristic as fuck. I was totally cool with it.
I was like, that's because you nasty.
I am, but I mean, it's okay. But in general, other than just the love scenes, any intimate part, like, even when at the end when Tom and Tar were holding hands, I was like, oh my god, it's so cute.
Yeah,
God,
it was
so cute.
Yeah,
like,
it was very pure, and just like, and again, it made you like go, aww.
It made you feel like you were just watching something that happened, like you just happened upon it and you saw it,
and you were so happy
it.
about it. Yeah,
right.
You were just really happy about it. And even freaking when Type, he says, oh, let's be together for the rest of our lives. I was like, bruh, now I'm sad. Just like happy sad. Like, I'm sappy now. Like, you made me a fucking sap. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much.
I felt that in episode 13 for like Tom when he was telling everybody, look, I gotta go home. I gotta pick up my brother tomorrow. He's coming home tomorrow. Like, I was like, oh.
Yeah, I was too. That was cute. But I was just like, oh my god, because I know that they're saving their romance for Love by Chance too. I know. I understand. I get it. But you couldn't give us like a little bit in TharnType episode 13?
Right,
like just
all we got to see was, you know, Tar cooking. Like, okay, great, he cooks. Awesome, I know that.
Like, but you couldn't give us what we know is their romance from these characters.
Like, you couldn't show me them going out to do something. Like, why are these boys always home? I get they live by themselves, but like, go somewhere.
They don't, but they don't live by themselves. It's just that their parents are
Well,
never
you know
home.
what I mean.
Like, he's literally calling from his mom. But it's like, I guess they didn't have the budget for a mom. Fair enough.
They could have had an extra.
They didn't have the budget for a mom.
Extra to stand there. But like in general, I get it. Like, but like Tom has a car. Like y'all could go somewhere. Like do what everybody else does. Go to the mall. Like do something. Like I know you have to have done something in your relationship other than stay at home and eat your brother's cooking. Cause you're fit as fuck. So you're doing something. Ain't nobody over here eating matcha pancakes every day.
This is a freaking fact. And so you haven't seen him for 3 years. I would have been like, screw the matcha pancakes. We're going to dinner.
And my thing is, what do you mean you haven't seen your brother for 3 years? First of all, I know you guys get school vacation and y'all all rich. Like you didn't go fly over there.
Maybe not. Maybe like he was giving him space. Like we won't know until Love by Chance too. Clearly.
That's true, but I'm just saying. Like sometimes when it comes to like shows, I'd be like, y'all be saying stuff about y'all relationship, and I call bullshit, and this is one of them. Like you can't tell me your whole relationship for 3 years was you Skyped.
Yep. That's what they did. They Skyped. They're us.
I was about to say,
us.
at this point, me and you a couple because we Skype a lot.
Hell yeah, we're that's us. Ship us, people. We're shippable.
At this point,
we're Lay J. J Lay. We're LJ.
Like even at this point, Skype wants to break us up because they're like, "Damn, these bitch calling each other again." Like, stop talking.
Freaking. That's exactly what that is. Skype is like, yeah, I got a time limit.
I tell you, every time
it's up.
Skype just randomly shuts on us, it's because they're tired.
Yes. They're like, y'all didn't talk now? Like, it's not over? What's wrong with y'all?
Like, we had 2 hours. Shit, we had 3 hours. Y'all ain't got nothing to talk about.
There's seriously nothing to talk about now. Go away, both of y'all. Okay, but like, let's get into 13, because I really want to talk about 13, because 13 took the cake for me. Like, 13 told me season 2 better be here within the next hour. Like,
I will say, like, I've talked to, like, a couple people about episode 13, and I know people that didn't really like the show. Like, they watched the whole thing, and it was like, okay, like, they get why people liked it, and they didn't hate it, but they weren't, like, enthralled.
Yeah.
But, like, 13 made them sappy, and put them in their feelings. And I will say I agree with most people. Like, I really wish I saw more of Type's parents, because I freaking
Type's parents did it for me. They were freaking awesome.
I love Type's parents. Like, even though people are like, the dad is a bit much, I'm like, you could say that, but I'm just saying I love the dad.
Yeah, but he wasn't even like, he wasn't as bad as like other dads. Like, he was comedic, and he was like funny. And like,
and it wasn't necessarily that he was like condemning Type for being gay or hating Type for being gay or being disowned. Like, one, is his only child, and it's a boy.
Exactly.
And Type does all the masculine, air quotes, masculine things. Like, he's a soccer player. Like, he literally goes to the sports faculty. Like, he's, you know, what is considered a manly man. He's tall. He's dark. Like, he's muscular.
He's handsome.
Right. And so, like, you have this idea of your own child, and then one, he doesn't really see his kid anymore. So for 3 years, like, he's barely seen his own kid because he won't go home.
Exactly. Well, not even. Like, let's correct that, because it's not that. Remember, it seems like, because we were getting flashbacks, so it seems like maybe within like that, with the whole debacle of 12 and everything got better when he did decide to go back home. Looks like Tarn was like, hey, I want to go too, and you know, Type was like, all right, you want to die? Let's do this. Booking your ticket, boo. I don't mind being alone. And I think after that, 2 years in, he kind of was just like, I'm not going home unless my father stops giving my
and it's also
boyfriend a hard time.
Even during that period of time, like, his dad, we know, went up to the city, and Type's like, no, don't come over. Like, and
Yeah,
it's also
and but remember that was more him just
right, and I
afraid.
get that, but I'm saying on the dad's end, like he's not really getting information. Like he hears that his son has a significant
A
other,
partner.
I'll say, but it's
Yeah.
like for boyfriend and girlfriend, it's the same word. So, and Type has never corrected his dad when he assumes it's a girl. So, like, you guys have to realize he literally just got the shock of his life, and then
Oh yeah, but
and
I
then to
shut up it
find
out.
out, oh well, technically, and like I hate the top bottom thing, but in this case, it's clearly defined who's the top and who's the bottom. Uh, like he finds out his
Mhm.
son is the wife of it, and he's like, really? On top of everything, this it? Like,
Yeah, because I thought that was so funny. Like he like literally was like, listen, who pitching and who
catch it.
catching, and he was just like, and Type literally could have been
Me,
like, me, I'm
like
I'm
he could have
I'm pitching,
lied.
and he was just like
Because you could
run,
tell the mom
like
was like making shit up and like she was trying to help and like he could have lied and everything.
yeah, because I don't even think she
She
had a
did it.
clue. I don't
But
even
it's
think she
also
honestly had a
like
clue.
he's also has a really close relationship with his father. So I think people really need to think probably for his dad, like you talked to me about everything before this point and now you haven't told me nothing. So I don't
Exactly.
think he is like he's not
Exactly.
the worst BL parent. Like let's be real.
Oh no.
But it
No, he's not the worst BL parent. And if anyone ever says he's the worst BL parent, I will
But it was
fight you.
cute. It was cute to me because you could tell his process. Like he was really trying to accept it. Like he got in his head, well, okay, at least my son's the husband. I could do this. I could do this. And then it ended up
Exactly. And it was freaking Type himself that was like, no, I'm taking it.
right.
Gotta go.
And
It's just
so,
like,
which by
and
the way,
I found that
that's
whole
the
scene was
slowest
cute.
escape I've ever seen.
It was, but it built up the comedy because I just love how he's like literally screaming at his father like, well, we're gonna leave and we're gonna do couple stuff where you can't see us.
And
Ha ha.
I'm not
Bye.
breaking
Peace
up with
out.
him, Dad. Like
I know. Oh my god. But if you he was gonna call his son a motherfucker. Oh
he
my
was.
god.
And so
He was
I
gonna.
think it was cute. Like I love the mom. Like the mom was like, "I'm cool with it," and you could tell she was hoping like Golf was the wife because she really want that 10 million baht dowry.
That's a freaking fact. Like she was like, please let my son be the one
Cause
catching.
she
Not
just over
pitching.
here like Comb over here like the foreigner said he get 10 mil. Like I'm just saying,
Right?
kind of look
He
for
down
him.
there.
Like you got 10 mil? You got 10 mil? You
This
sure?
is. I know, cause even the father was like emphasizing that. He was like, wow, you don't even like. You look mixed. You mixed. It's like it was a lot. It was like that thing, but like I don't know. It was just like it was cute. The chemistry was still on point. Their love story was ignited to 1,000 because now they are just in love, and there's like and there was no awkwardness with the parents. Like it didn't like separate
Right.
them, like make them like distant. If anything, it was just like you saw Type having this strength to tell his father like, I don't care. I'm not breaking up
Right.
with him. Like I'm gonna be with him for the rest of my life. And literally they were together for the rest of their life, which is, it's a wham moment for me because like knowing that they spent the rest of their lives together.
Right.
Where's mine?
Because
When will
I
mine
promise
come?
you, it's hard enough for me to spend a month with a dude.
Right? And you spent
And that's not living with him.
but my thing is how you sit there and then when Tarn passes away, how do you sit there for 20 years, 20 more years, just waiting to be reunited with him? How do you do that? How do you give us that kind of love
Because, like,
story? Pimame,
I
how do you do
promise
that?
Like, I couldn't, as a real person, I'm telling you. Like, my granddad, he's one of those people, like, my grandma passed away. He ain't never been married since. Like, he cool on it. He said he don't need no more women. It's a headache. Like, he got her pictures everywhere. It's really cute, but I'm not that kind of person. I would have waited like a good 5 years to remarry.
Listen. I'm with you, girl. Maybe it's my incapableness of being alone, but I ain't waiting no 20 years just to die.
Right. Or at least let your health fail. Like, stop going to doctor's appointments. Do something, bro.
Drink away.
Right.
Smoke like a freaking vacuum cleaner. But don't sit there and cause
eat processed
you
foods,
sat there and wait. Facts. Mad McDonald's.
I'm just saying.
We don't know where that shit come from. So. But we love it.
Like, I'm just saying.
McDonald's, we love it. We don't know where your meat comes from, but we will eat it all the time. We love that shit.
But all I'm saying, I'm incapable of, as much as I would love to have that kind of love, I'm incapable of giving it. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Like, I'm not that kind of person. If somebody wanted to give me that kind of love, I would be so happy. I probably would turn into type, golf, whichever one you want to say is dating Mew, Tarn. I would be like all baby like. I make myself smaller if he was shorter than me. I would. But if in my head, I can't possibly imagine staying single for 20 years to remember somebody.
Yeah, I'm Tarn. Like, I'm a dedicated ass, romantic ass person, but then at the same time, I'm type. I can only take so much of your shit.
That's true.
Like, I'm dedicated to you. I am gonna give you romance and my attention and make you feel like you are the most precious thing in this world. But you only got so many times. And if I do spend the rest of my life with you, yes, once you die, I'm giving you 2 years, especially if I'm in my 60s or 70s, because I don't got a lot of time anyway. And then I'm going to have some fun.
I ain't got a lot of time anyway. Not like people don't live to 100, but you know what?
But I gotta be realistic and think that I may die when I'm like 90 or 80, so I need to get the ball rolling again. You know, because I don't see myself being that, you know?
See, like, for me, I'm a mixture of everybody, but if I had to be real honest, without the sex trafficking part, I'm technic. I really only care about the money.
You would be this freaking... You would be the sibling, like, yeah, if it wasn't like a negative thing, like, if Ken Claw would have just been telling Technic, I'll pay you to just let me know where your brother is. Yes, that does fall into stalker, but I'd rather him have been a stalker than the rapist that he is.
I mean, so, I'm not gonna lie, like, my brother's girlfriends, or like, they would call me and be like, you know where your brother's at? I don't know nothing. I got a 20. Oh, he over there. Like,
yeah, stuff like that. Like, cause for me that's like, you know, hilarious. And it's like, you're a fucking snitch.
Especially since I didn't get an allowance.
A snitch.
Like, I'll just be a snitch. I'm totally fine with that. So without the sex trafficking part, without the human sale, I'm technic. I really only care about that money. Tarn was really rich, so what I'm gonna need after he dies, I'll get a 5 years, and then I need somebody to take care of me, because Tarn got me accustomed to this kind of lifestyle. And
exactly, that's a freaking fact. Like, that's why for me it's like if Technic would have just been the one, you know, letting Ken Claw know he's here, he's there, letting him know what he likes and what he does, what he doesn't like, what he's allergic to, what he's not allergic to, so that he could be like, he could look like if he's this suave, knowing person, even though we all know that he got all this information from Techno's brother. That would have been a very cute and funny story, you know? Because I still think yeah, because I still think Techno would have still been upset. Like, you didn't even, like, you got information.
You could just
about
ask me.
you know?
I see you all the time.
Exactly. But you gave us rapist little high schooler, and I'm not with it.
Which is why, as
Not
much
with
as I like the story, I like the characters, I like the actors, I'm pretty sure I'm not watching Love by Chance too.
Yeah, I'm sitting, I'm going.
I'm all good on that. If T-Mama ever wants to like write a Champ notebook and make it into a show, I'll be there for it.
Facts. Like, you want to give me an alternate reality? I'm for you.
If somebody wants to write me a Champ Note fanfic, I'll read it. You can send it to me. Like, you could DM me.
I'm for it. Yes.
I will be super happy. But the Cane Claw, no, I'm good. I feel like Technic didn't get his just desserts enough. Don't get me wrong. I know he gonna get his in the end, but I feel like he should have got his ass whooped and ended up lonely in a gutter. Broke.
Exactly. Like, I can't. I don't want to talk about that though. Let's talk about that. Let's go back into 13.
I think the only frustrating thing about episode 13 is Chloe is an idiot.
I know.
That's the only thing that frustrated me through the whole show. Is Chloe was an idiot.
That
like
poor
everybody
thing.
At the table.
You had a whole boy in love with you.
Everybody at the table was like, "What do you mean? What do you have to wait for?"
For a fact, like I was like, this boy just said, "Wait for me," and you was like, "Okay,
I'll wait for you."
Why?
And then you're like, "But why?" And everybody looked like, "You dumb. How did you make it through college?"
Exactly. How did that work out for you?
Seal must have done all your homework. All of it. Every last piece.
Like, I just... But what I know is like, that scene from 13 between Tarn and Type.
That unscripted one take. Just that one take right there. Mm-hmm.
Yes, Mr. One Take over here. Oh, that surpassed every other one. That one, like, we were watching it together. You heard me. You heard me.
I did, and you didn't hear me because I was in shock. I didn't say nothing until it was over, but I was like, oh, okay. The only thing you heard about me from me is like, did we have to sit him right next to the TV?
Yeah, oh my god, that shit was so funny. This fucking girl kept going.
Over here mad,
but the TV.
Like, but the TV, don't bump the TV. It looks expensive. It might fall.
She was so fixated on the TV. Like, there was so much going on between them. And she's like, but what if he pushes it the wrong way or does something to the TV? And I'm like, bitch, watch the magic.
Like,
she's like, but I can't.
But it might not.
Yeah, I was like, bitch, you see it's on the wall. That means it's screwed in. Watch them. Like, I don't even think they care about the damn TV, and you worried about the damn TV.
I'm just
What's wrong with you?
The TV fell would have ruined the moment, but either way.
Listen, no. Okay, listen. Okay,
but
okay,
it was cute, like especially when they went from the wherever the TV was to the bed, and Gulf had the nerve to push himself up. I was like, I'm gonna need you.
Listen.
Down.
Listen, I almost paused it. Like, literally, we were supposed to be on the same page, and I'm like, no, I can't pause it. Wait, no, I have to pause it. No, wait. I was going through it because I'm like, okay, now I feel like a fucking voyeur. Now I'm looking through their window. Now I should walk away, and I'm a monster because I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna.
Different than me because I was like, ooh. I felt like, ooh, I stumbled upon good porn. Like, ooh, what happens? Bitch.
No. I was like, okay, this is true love, but I should give them a moment.
The only thing.
And this bitch is like, And this bitch is like, who got popcorn?
I was like, who got popcorn? Like, anybody got some red vines? Like, that's pretty good. The only thing that really got to me was like, especially since I had my headphones in, and you was being quiet for a good second, and I was like, the sound.
Yes, the sounds got to me.
Please calm down. Does somebody have a water hose? Can we spray him down?
The sounds are a lot. Even if you watch the scene again, the sounds are a lot.
I think that's really what got me through the series. Like the random times where we would just hear the extra audio, or like it would go on break and
because it was
audio.
real. Because it felt so freaking
and then T
real.
had the nerve to be like, well, there's the extra audio because we just gave up on cut. Like we just gave up and we just let him go at it. So that's what the sound was left. I was like I just like, but oh my god, but 13, I'm gonna say 13 and 7s. Yes.
Were very, that I was like, what the Fukutar is going on? What am I watching? I like it, but I shouldn't be watching it. I felt like a fucking 9-year-old. Especially
all the episodes.
Fucking 9-year-old.
It was 7. It was it 11 or was it 12 when they did the Ice Cube again? It was 12, wasn't it? 12.
Yeah, that
and
one
then
too.
13. Like
the sounds.
I don't know. The audio
sounds.
engineer for the show must have been going through it.
Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah.
I wonder how many breaks
yeah.
they took. Like they was probably in editing. Like I need
several.
a cigarette. Like I don't know. Was it good for you too?
Right. It was intense. It was a lot. It was something that no other show is going to do for me, and you can want to take your cues from TharnType and try to give that intensity, but if you don't have their chemistry, yours is going to look awkward as hell.
I feel like TharnType, after watching episode 13, do you know what I did? I went back and watched it together with me. Because it was just scene where I was like, I miss Max Tool scenes. Like, that's what I felt.
I know, right? I missed their loving chemistry. But okay.
Like, there's very few people that have chemistry that good. And all I'm saying is we didn't need all those sounds. We didn't need the extra moans. We didn't need the... No, we did.
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't.
Who are you lying to? Who are you lying to? Who are you lying to?
Myself.
Who are you lying to? Who are you lying to? Okay, as long as it's to yourself. As long as it's to yourself. Because you know that I know that they know that everyone knows. Even God knows.
I mean, if anybody looks at my Twitter, y'all know I lie to myself a lot. Okay? Leave me alone. Let me tell my own lie. What I'm saying is I didn't need the extra moans. I didn't need the whatever
we needed the extra moans
was doing at the time. I didn't need it.
We needed all of it.
Green hand in golf shirt, like I didn't need it.
Okay, maybe we didn't need that because that took me out. That punched me dead in the face.
Like, and I damn sure didn't need to be worried about like a $3,000 TV. I damn sure didn't need that. Like, why couldn't y'all just do it in one place? Like, just the bed was right there. Y'all was standing in front of the bed. You
see her and the fucking TV. Her and the fucking TV.
Like, look, they didn't have to. Like, first of all, it was literally they moved in a square. The niggas square dance. Like, the boys just square dance in front of the bed because they started kissing in front of the bed. They moved to a dresser. They moved to wherever that TV was, and they moved right back to the bed. It was literally like 3 feet of space they moved in. It was unnecessary.
Screw the freaking TV. It was necessary.
Regardless of the TV, I didn't think they needed to go to the dresser. Like, they could have literally just fell onto the bed. I am about comfort.
No.
I'm about comfort.
No.
I'm about comfort.
No.
Like, don't get me wrong, it was really hot.
I'm not. I'm about intensity. I'm about really what I saw.
When golf,
I'm about that life.
Jumped on Mew. Like, that was super hot. It really was.
That's when I was like, I think I gotta go. I swear, like, I was gonna cover my computer screen. Like, I felt like somebody was gonna walk by my computer and exactly, and I was gonna be like, no, I'm an adult, I can watch it if I want to, but I was gonna hide it. Like, I was literally gonna hide my computer.
This is how we differ again, because we were watching it and my brother was literally like 5 feet away from me.
That is because your mind is in the gutter. Mine's, it steps in and out. So sometimes I visit the gutter, but then half the time I'm not even in the damn gutter. But then I watch you in the gutter, and then I'm scared, so I don't go there.
You, like, if we're a couple, it would be Jay-Lay, because I'm probably more like the dude. Like, I got 11 brothers. I don't know what you expect me to think. Like, my mind is in the gutter. Go there. Like, nobody in my house care. It's just like, okay, I'm looking at it. Like, I will call my brother to look at the scene and be like, bro, you see this? And he'd be like, yeah, they getting it in. All right, I'm going back to my video game.
Like,
you cool?
Like, see, me, you know, like, I got little ones too. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. I mean, that's why I watch the stuff I watch at night.
But those little fuckers, they like to come to use the bathroom. And then they want to walk out and go, what you doing? What you watching? Let me see. Like, I can't. Like, so, all of that going on, I'm like, block the computer, like, look over my shoulder, make sure everything's okay. Oh my god, what's gonna happen? Like, I felt like that fucking clip from fucking, freaking shit. I'm fucking confuzzling.
You're always confuzzling.
Kevin Hart. Yeah, I know. Kevin Hart, when he's like, oh my god. That was me. That was like, yeah, she wasn't ready.
You weren't ready. I will say,
that was,
collectively, when Golf jumped on Mew, we were both like,
yes, I was just like, wait,
we
what?
Doing that? It's like that?
I said, okay, Chicken Little, let's do this. Let's go. But I was still like, let's go, but I gotta hide my computer. Like, the scenes were phenomenal. Again, I want to touch on something while we're talking about episode 13. I get people upset that people are pirating episode 13. Mm-hmm. I get it. I understand it, because just as much as the rest of us, we want a season 2. We want to support Pimame. We want to support TharnType. But even in American television, this happens. The only downside is that she is not getting the budget that some of these big budget movies get and shows get, where she came out of pocket. So I understand that. But going into that she came out of pocket, she needs to understand that we would be investing in the greatest investment by funding TharnType, by donating for TharnType season 2. This would be our greatest investment, because that is just how good season 1 was. I had never in my life ever wanted to invest in a show and put money into a show other than Present So Perfect from P.A.M. I have never ever wanted to invest into a show. I have never wanted to make sure anything and everything that can be done for a show to have a season 2. I've never wanted that. I've never wanted that. Okay? So for me, for this to be what make sure there's a season 2 is ridiculous to me, because for me, I feel like you tell us right now, if you could just donate and you will have a season 2, I will literally go and rob a bank. I will literally go fucking rob a bank. Like, honestly, I get it. I do. I understand. I sympathize with wanting to see people buy something, see people buy your art, see people buy your work, but people are still gonna pirate it. Right. They're gonna do it regardless. They're just going to do it. It happens with everything. But that shouldn't stop a season 2, because I know everyone, again, this would be our greatest investment. This benefits everyone. This is not something that we're like, well, we support P-Mame, we don't really like TharnType. No. TharnType has trended. MewGulf is still trending. That means TharnType is still trending. That means TharnType is still in everyone's ear. That means everybody has TharnType in their face. I assure you, people who haven't even seen TharnType yet probably then watch TharnType would be like, I will invest in it. I assure you, there's probably a little rich fuck in this fucking fandom that's like, I will fund the whole show if you make a season 2.
I mean, if she would allow us to donate, like, unlike you, there's been quite a few shows I want a second season. Like, but like with Piam, I donated. Like, I'll donate. Like, there's been things like I don't really care about, but it's like, I didn't dislike it, so you know what? I got some extra bucks. I'll donate it.
Exactly. Like,
I mean, you got the 50 million views. If everybody gave $1 for every time they viewed it, you have $50 million.
Exactly. If 1 million people donated $1,
right,
you'd have $1 million. Like, what you don't understand is everybody don't understand is that it doesn't matter how many times you say don't pirate it.
People pirate it.
Yes, and what people don't understand, and I'm gonna go into the fandom and Yexi with the hell that y'all want. As soon as it came out,
already clips.
It did not take. Yes, there were clips and pictures. You spoiled it out the ass. So for you to sit there and say, "Oh no, buy it," at this point, you spoiled it for a large majority of the fandom. If you would have kept that, no pictures, no clips, no nothing, then everybody would have been psychotic and they would have bought it like crazy. Okay, like crazy.
Like, you know, I rushed to pre-order it the night before because it was so cheap. I was like, it's only $10. I can do it. But it's like, I watched it later in the day, so like I was avoiding Twitter, and then I went on Facebook.
Exactly.
I don't have a single person on my Facebook that is into BL. Not one. Guess what popped up on my Facebook? The whole episode.
You see what I mean? That's the thing that I'm trying to, like, it's gonna happen. So although it's pirated, what you need to push for is to tell people, can you just buy it? Even if you watched it pirated, even if you know you have access to the clip, just be real with them.
Could you buy
and
it
just
anyway?
say, exactly, because we want a season 2. You want a season 2. So if you're not gonna go to Thailand right now, and you're not gonna sit in front of her and push a check in front of her and go, here's your funding, boo, go ham.
Right, because I get it, like, she sprung it on us, and people act like $10 isn't a lot, but like you said, you got little ones, people got school. Like, I don't get financial aid. I'm paying for my school out of pocket. And if it wasn't for the fact that my school doesn't start for another couple weeks, I would be like, I can't do that $10.
Exactly, and then on top of that, like I say again, some of us don't get paid for 2 weeks. So
or I already got paid and I spent my paycheck.
Exactly. So for you to sit there and just say, oh, you can buy, yeah, I can buy maybe in a week, but within that week, you've pretty much put out every picture, every clip, the synopsis, the ending, the beginning. Like, I've seen it all. So I'm still gonna buy it.
That's another thing. Like, you want people,
but I'm probably gonna watch
people to buy it like the first day it was out. Like, sometimes you just gotta wait. Like, my check ain't here.
Exactly,
like,
and again,
like, I have to pay this. I need to buy food. So like, I could buy it. I could buy it like on Saturday.
Exactly. Like, I'm gonna buy it regardless. But I might watch it with my friend right now, so I'm not gonna buy it right now. Like, but I'm gonna buy it regardless. I'm gonna buy it regardless because I want a season 2. But it still goes into the, if she was to make an Indiegogo right here, right now, she would see that shit shot. Like, she could be like, I just need 500,000 to make a season 2. And I assure you, I have seen people make freaking GoFundMes and everything for stupid shit and get twice the amount they asked for. So you don't think that like, Pimame, you need to understand how good your books are, how much we love you, how much we love your writing, how much your stories gauge our attention, how much them being brought to life keeps us with you. Make an Indiegogo. Let us fund season 2. Let the higher ups see that season 2 is supposed to be made. Let the fan demand happen. Let them see it. And I assure you, season 2 will happen. And then some. That's just my peace of mind. That's my peace. Like, God damn it. That's just, that's just me though, personally.
True.
I want a season 2. Maybe you don't want a season 2. To those who didn't like TharnType, I don't know who you are, but it's fine. We don't like everything.
I know some people that didn't like TharnType because it wasn't the show itself. It was mostly the drama that happened about the actors and fandoms. And I remember at one point, Until We Meet Again started and there was a fandom war, and I was like, it's not that serious. We all watching the same shows.
Yeah, for real. I'm not picking and choosing, boo. I'm watching both of them and going on and on and on to all of it.
Days.
So please stop it.
Why?
Exactly.
And I had to unfollow so many people.
We can't be friends no more. You two and stunts and shows. I can't do it no more.
We talking about actors when they ain't got nothing to do with this fandom war. Can we shut up? Can we just enjoy stuff? I don't know. I was they're not even on the same platforms.
So y'all acting a mess for no damn reason. But so as you can see, we love 13. We probably gonna watch it some more times and still be like, goddamn.
I'm just rewatching that scene. I ain't watching all.
Exactly. You're stupid. What about so season 2?
Yes.
If she's gonna go with the whole 7 years later, we know now we're getting an adult Tarn and adult type. They'll be in their mid-20s, if I'm not mistaken. He's already in his mid-20s. They'll be in their mid-20s. And how do you think, one, we're getting adult passion, so now we're getting into Max and Tool territory. What do you think?
I don't know if I could take a second version of Max Tool passion. That's a lot. That's a hell of a lot.
Can.
The question is though, in the second season, this might sound real bad. People gonna be real mad at me. You're sexualizing them. But my question, they put themselves out there. Is Golf gonna take off his shirt more? That's my question.
He better.
At least with Max Tool, they was both shirtless. You're an athlete. Go work out. I don't really care. Drink protein. Get some creatine. Do something. Make a smoothie. Whatever you gotta do.
Yeah, I think he was shy in this one. Not that shy, but body shy.
Yeah,
this one.
I get it.
So he wasn't shy none else.
You a model, as somebody who used to model, get over it.
But I'm just saying, all I know is that in season 2, you a whole adult. Stop. just stop. Okay, just stop. But oh my god, even this fandom, I fucking love this fandom. This is like,
I mean,
top fandoms I've been in. Like, it's fucking crazy. We're all fucking clowns.
I mean, I like the BL fandom. I feel like it's really welcoming. There's very little hostility and toxicity at the moment. Like, you see it creeping in here and there, but as long as you mute them or block them, you good. But for the most part, it's just a bunch of us, like, of all ages. Well, I can't say of all ages. I don't associate with children. So, of all ages, of adult ranges, thirsting over people, making jokes, like.
Yeah, it's all in good fun, and it's very. It doesn't feel as weird as if you're like, you knowingly talking to children that shouldn't even be joking about any type of this shit, and you're just like.
And it's very educational. I will say that. Like, you get people that, you know, you gotta.
I don't care. Well, I don't want to give them that education. I don't want to give them that education.
Like, you get the people who are like, if you say you don't understand this, or like, I thought this way, why do people feel this way? Like, you get like a good conversation going, and it's no
exactly.
deal. Like, and if something happens, you just DM the person and be like, look, I didn't mean for it to go that way. And it all ends up good.
Exactly. I think there's a lot of maturity.
And I think it's because we have a lot of older people in the fandom. Like,
Facts.
The youngest person I know is literally 21. Like, out of the BL fandom, the youngest person I associate with is 21.
I think so too. I think the same for me. I think like everybody I know that like they're older, like they're around my age range. They're not like young. I mean, like, if you're 18, 19 and you're adult about shit, fine. But once you start acting your age, then go be with your age and get out of adult conversation. Like, that's how I feel. Like, if you can act mature, not like an adult, stop trying to do adult things, and then when adult things happen, you want to run. No. But if you can have the mindset where you can have a conversation that doesn't go, well, you smell funny, well, you smell funny.
Exactly.
We could be,
well, I can't say your mom just funny. I didn't say that. That's for haters, though. But
yeah, but I mean, even like in that sense, because like, you know, for me, even that, like, if somebody was like to say something, it's like, how old are you, bro? And then like, if they can't even give me an answer, then you're a child. I'm not a child, but you're acting like a child. So block. You know, but I mean, I'm wrong too. I think I called somebody like a mama's asshole.
I mean, I think the only worst thing I did, like in the BL fandom, like I go in on people on Twitter all the time, but in the BL fandom, like, I think it was BL Elder posted something about Until We Meet Again, and it was about Ohm's acting and how great he was, and people really should stop talking about he's not a good actor. I think I said Ohm is a fantastic actor, and if anybody says different, like, you ugly and your mama dressed you funny. Like, I think that's the closest thing I ever really said to anything immature. And I put like LOL.
Yeah, but the accuracy is beautiful.
So it's like, you know what? That's it. But like, for most people, if I see people acting immature in the fandom, like, I read something, I'm just like, you're a child or you're just stupid. Like, I just mute them. Like, I don't really block anybody, because people like to use my stuff as ammunition or to come at me, and I'd be like, if you want to look at my page, look at my page. I don't care. But like, I just muted and I don't pay attention. Like, but there's very few people, but most of the people I associate with are like late 20s, mid 20s, and then like 40s. Like, that's literally the range. Like, it's late 20s and then 40s, and that's, I think, the majority of the people like I associate with in the BL fandom. And it's all fun. Like, we know when to be raunchy, we know when to be respectful, we know when to be like, nah, that's not cool. Like, First of all,
Exactly.
most of us are like big sister
Exactly.
fans, big brother fans, mama fans, daddy fans. Like, we literally call these boys our children. Like,
I don't,
well,
because
they're
they not
your
my children.
I mean, you call Maxwell your dad though, which is weird, by the way, to me, because you older.
Well, okay, so he's my only dad,
I mean,
but that's
no,
it.
it's weird to me because Max and Tool are younger than you. Like, how are they your fathers when you're
I
older?
know. They're my
Like,
dads.
You will never get me. You will never see me calling a man that fine my daddy, as in like father daddy.
Yeah,
But,
no, they're my dads. You know why it is? You know, I'm gonna tell you why. Is because they gave me hope that maybe we won't. Well, they just gave me a sense of paradise. That it was just like two men in love, and there was like really nothing, and they went through real issues. They went through cheating and forgiving each other, and you know, they went through reality. And it didn't seem, again, it didn't seem like any other boys' love. It didn't seem like it seemed like just like a romance, a gay romance. Like, I didn't even have to call it a boys' love, because for me it wasn't. It was just, I was just seeing two people in love and going through shit.
True.
And then I never saw it again. Honestly, I never saw it again. And then just now with TharnType, have I seen it again, where I see two people go through issues, go through real life shit that you see, you know, in your backyard, and you're going through it with them, you know.
Hold on.
And then
Trick, what do
and
you
it's like,
see in your backyard? Because I don't see this shit in my backyard.
hell yeah, I see this shit in my backyard, girl. You know where I live. I see this shit all the time.
I lived in LA for many years. I didn't see this shit.
Well, bless your damn soul, because guess what? I have. So, I'm like, alright, go off. So, you know, I don't know, like, that's why I call them my dad, but it's all in fun, because, like she said, I am older than them.
I mean,
but they're the only ones I have fun with, like, saying that. Like, I don't call anybody else dads, and I don't call anybody else my children.
I mean, Max Tool is so many people's fathers. I mean, like, they have a lot of children. But I know a lot of older, like, BL fans, and they're like, oh, they're like my kids. I was like, oh, that's cute. I'm over here like, look,
yeah.
I ain't got no dads,
these is my
I ain't got no
children's.
kids. If they fine and they legal, they get it.
They're just fair game, so they're not my children. No, but like,
anybody look at my Twitter, y'all know my guilty pleasures. I'm just like, but it's also like, I feel like younger people that as long as they're adults are perfectly fine being in the fandom, because I mean, we're literally thirsting over children. Like, Mew is one of the few of this generation of BL actors that's like older. Like, he's only a year younger than me, and I was like, oh my god, he's not a child. Mostly
he's about to be 29.
Like, mostly everybody is like a 97, and now we get into actors that are like millennial children, like they were born in 2000, and I'm like, I remember what I was doing.
I know, right? That's the only thing. Like, it's the younger thing, and you know, and making them do older things. Like, sometimes that's, you know, but we're gonna talk about that in a different fucking podcast, because you know, we need content, people. We need fucking content. Can't put everything in one damn podcast.
I think for TharnType, like, in general, and I told you this, like, really the only thing that threw me off is because I knew like what the characters were written as, like, physically, like how Type is tall, dark, and handsome, and he's tall, he's handsome, and like he's supposed to be darker.
He fluctuate in melanin.
Fluctuation in melanin. Like, I get it. sometimes you gotta be lighter for work. Sometimes you gotta be darker for work. Your agent should have fixed it to where you could just be tan all the time. But like, I felt like you lying. You're lying. Like, you're not darker than Tarn at this point. Like, if it was Love by Chance, Earth is dusky. Like, he tan. But like, Golf was rather alabaster-ish for the majority.
What was the thing you said? What was the thing you said?
So
what was the
I
thing you
said
fucking
was,
said?
like, how are we supposed to believe like Tarn is darker when literally Mew is like the inside of an eggshell and Golf is the outside of the eggshell? They're like half a shade different. Like, it wasn't even like, sometimes they was the same shade, but I'm just saying, like, y'all ridiculous. Like, it's literally Mew is like the smooth inside of the eggshell, ain't never seen sun, and Golf over here just slightly beige.
Go get yourself a brown egg, crack that shit open, and just look at it from each side. You ain't never gonna see shit the same again.
At this point, like, Golf wasn't even brown. Like, the beginning of the show, he wasn't even a brown egg. It was a whole white egg. He was a whole white egg. And Mew was just the inside. Like, half a shade lighter. Just half a shade, I promise you. And then when we got to the end of the series, like, then it was, oh, we finally got a brown egg. But again, like, Mew is almost as tan as Golf. So what is happening?
It just threw you for a whole complete
like, there would be random
like,
times I would be watching the show and I'd be like, last episode these boys was light as hell. This episode, everybody's brown. Like, everybody got melanin today. What is happening? Like, it would throw me off. I would just go on tirades. I would have to pause and just collect myself because I'm like,
fucking pacing in your room, being like, no, what the fuck? What's going on? This don't even make no kind of sense.
Like, every time Tarn said, like, described type, and he was like, he's dark, he's tan. I'm like, who?
Oh, yeah. Whenever he used to say, I like chocolate, I used to look at my skin and go, okay, but that's not type. I would look back up and go, that's not chocolate. I'm chocolate. That's not chocolate.
It just messed me up. Like, the only other thing that ever pissed me off that much in the show is when they made Golf fix his mouth to say Mew had better hair.
Oh yeah, that became a whole Twitter thing. That shit was fucking hilarious. Everybody was like, you know you lying. You know you whole
like,
lying.
Like, I stopped the whole part. Like, I was watching on my phone, so that means I had to exit out, go to my Twitter, type it, go back, and then go back to the part I was watching. Like, I was that pissed off. I went and was like, I get it's the show, I get it's the characters, but you a whole lie to fix your mouth and say, your hair is coarse. Your hair is coarse? Really? Really?
Well, if your hair is coarse, bitch, then my hair is a Brillo pad, and I need help.
Sitting in all my 4C glory, like, you a lie. Like, stop it.
Right.
Like,
you have a lot of huevos and rancheros sitting over here telling the world.
Your hair rough.
Boy, bye.
Mew got better
hair.
Mew ain't got better hair. Mew got good hair, and his hair got better after he started hanging out with Ju. But Golf's hair is perfect. I mean, for episode 12, when he got in that fight with Long, you get choked out on the ground, and your hair is still amazing. Like, the volume on it. Like,
fucking the volume after being whole ass whooped, and you still could float in the wind. Fuck out of here.
Like, I just want to know what kind of pomade he used. Like, what is it? Is it hairspray? Like, can I buy it here? Like, I'm just saying.
Like, give me answers. Oh my god. But listen. It's about that time. We got through our first podcast. We hope you guys enjoyed. I want y'all to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, come back, hang out with us. You do not even have to, like, physically watch it. You can just listen to it. Beauty of podcasts.
Yes. If you love us being a hot mess, because I'm sure as heck a mess, please come listen.
Yes, we're gonna give you more of our thoughts on
This
why.
has been Jay.
And this has been
Bye.
Lit. Bye.